Hey, what is happening, everybody? All right, we got a little project here today. I picked up this Garmin 93 SV for the kayak. Be putting it on here soon, but first things first, I picked this up and I was looking for a battery. So there's tons of different batteries, as you guys know, on the market. And after buying the kayak, the Garmin, all the other some fishing tackle, you know, it just starts to get pretty expensive. So I started looking for ways that I can cut cost, and I got online and started doing a little research and found out that this Garmin here will actually run up to 20-volt system. So if you guys are like me, you have drills, you know, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Ryobi, whatever style you have of the 18-volt and 20-volt systems, you can actually run this thing right off those batteries. So as you can see, here's my little Ryobi collection here for my small projects. We got the big charger here, already have the batteries. All this stuff I already have here at the house. So I got to thinking, why not just use these batteries right here to run the Garmin? Why go out and spend that extra money? So I got on Amazon, started looking around, and come across this piece right here, right? And it was $11 off Amazon. It's got an on-off switch right here, has a built-in fusible link right here in the positive cable. And what you do is you just take your, this instance is for Ryobi. This is an off-brand 6 amp, 18 volt battery. And you're just gonna put it in, just like you normally would with a drill. Click down in, and then as soon as I flip this switch over, I'll have juice going through these batteries, which will be ideally 18 up to probably a little bit more. It might hold a 19 or 20 volt charge, but it's just that simple. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to take our Garmin and get our power supply, which I've already opened this up. Take it out of the box. I've already opened this up and played with it, but right here is our power supply that runs the screen. And as you can see, we have the positive and the negative. We're not going to need these other two wires here. We're not using those, running those to another system. So we're just going to take these two, positive and negative. We're going to run them right here with the butt connector and put some heat shrink on it. And then we're going to turn our system on and see what kind of voltage that we get running out of these batteries right here. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick out the right size. We got heat shrink butt connectors, get the right size that we're gonna use. And this wire here is pretty thin. I wouldn't say pretty thin, but thinner than what is on here, as you guys can see. So these blue ones here are a little bit thicker, so we're gonna roll with 2 of these. Then we have our heat shrink here. Just bought this at Harbor Freight, little kit I've had for a while. Has all different sizes in it. We're gonna probably go with these bigger ones because we wanna go ahead and cover everything. So we're gonna go ahead and sleeve 2 of these on. Of course, we're gonna use our wire strippers here to crimp our butt connectors and strip off the wire here. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll get that done. We're gonna go ahead and slide our heat shrink on. And you know what? We probably only need one. Only gonna need one of these. Take our blue butt connector here, put it in. Take our crimper. We've got the different colors here. Blue. Use our blue crimper. Give that a good crimp. Take our black wire on this side. Put it in. Gonna do the same thing with the red. positive wire. And these wires here, I'm just gonna go ahead and snip off just so we don't have those sticking out, and snip this extra off as well. There we go. Now we're gonna get our heat gun. We'll heat these up. A heat gun here. Now when you're doing this, you're gonna make sure that you don't wanna do it too long that you melt the wires. Cool for a minute. And then we'll go ahead and sleeve this heat shrink wrap all the way over top. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the same with it. And for extra measure, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a few wraps of electrical tape on here as well. Now your Garmin's already gonna have that inline fuse right here. This system here came with fuses as well, so come with two of them, three of them here actually. We're gonna go ahead and just put one in on this here. We are ready to see if our fish finder's gonna turn on. So let's go ahead, hook our power supply in. Grab our battery here, make sure we're shut off, put it on, flip our power on, there we go. All right, there you go, you can see we're powered on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing on to simulator, and I'm gonna leave it on for about an hour. We're gonna check it here before we start. We'll see our voltage, and then we're gonna check it after an hour and see, just on the simulator, of course, it's not gonna be running normal, but just see how much juice it pulls. Okay, we're gonna turn our simulator on here. Some of the features won't work, that's okay. Home. We're gonna go to sonar, and as you can see right now, we're pushing 20.2 volts is what our system has. I gotta redo this time because it's definitely not 701. I think this might actually be set up in there, but this is definitely the voltage that we're pushing though right now, 20.2. So it's 5:09. We're gonna come out here in exactly 1 hour. About 10 after 6, we'll come out and see. We're pushing 22.2, and we'll see how much juice we lose in an hour on the simulation mode. All right, so here we are coming back out to the garage. It's been just about an hour. Take a look. It is now 6:09, and we are at 19.7. So I think we started just over 20. And this has been 1 hour. Like I said, it is on simulator, so it's not gonna draw as much juice that it would be with the transducer out actually using on the lake. But if I have to, switch this out once or twice through the day, it's not a big deal. And I come back in the garage that evening, that night, throw them back on the charger. And yeah, what I like about this though is just convenient. It's small. I'm actually going to be making a setup here to take to Michigan for ice fishing. So these small little batteries right here would do great to put this thing, whether it be in a backpack or some type of container. It's a lot easier to carry these around in there, even if I have to carry 2 or 3, than it is to carry one of the bigger batteries. So that's just my 2 cents. You guys check that out. If your system can handle over 12 volts, this is definitely a good option for you. But we're gonna definitely put this thing here to the test here in probably a week, actually out on the lake, and then we will have a better idea of how many hours of running this system straight we'll get out of each one of these 6 amp batteries. And they do make bigger than 6 amp. That's just the biggest that I have without having to buy anything. And like I say, I've got plenty of batteries here, so that was the plan. So $11 off Amazon, so hopefully gonna save me a little chunk of money. So if you guys enjoy the video, please subscribe. We're gonna be doing a ton of fishing this year in the new kayak. We're gonna head to quite a few different lakes around Ohio, give you guys my feedback on the lakes, let you know what I'm using, what lures, obviously what we're catching. So if you enjoy the channel, please subscribe. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.